My name is Brian Sims, and the story that most people like to hear me talk about is I was a college football player and was sort of how I came out to my football team. And I'm very fond of telling people that my team came out to me. I didn't really come out to them. I was in Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, at Shippensburg University for something called Jello wrestling. Shippensburg, they take about 400 gallons of red Jello, make a makeshift wrestling ring, and it's a bit of a free-for-all for a day, kind of a drunken festival. And I was with 3 guys on my football team, my quarterback, a defensive end, and one of our wide receivers. And my quarterback and I think we were walking back to the car to get more beer, quite frankly, out of a trunk. And out of nowhere, the guy turns around and says, "Yo, Sims, you gay?" And it completely caught me off guard. And I really quickly said, "Yeah, man, thanks for asking." And we both sort of stood there. It's one of those things where it felt like 5 minutes. It was probably 5 seconds. And he says, "Cool, man, thanks for telling me." And we just sort of kept on walking like it hadn't happened. We got to the car, picked up some beer, walked back. My next 3 months were probably the most surreal time in my life. I couldn't go anywhere without one of my teammates pulling me aside for that quiet moment that, "Hey man, just want to let you know, I heard, it's really cool with me, I got no problems with that. Sorry about anything I might have said." And there are 56 guys that make a traveling squad, but probably close to 80, 90 guys on a football team. And I could tell early on that my team had been talking a lot. What was happening was the guys that I knew well, the other starters on my football team, were talking to everybody about it, and apparently it was going pretty well. And then we were up on the practice field one day. We had these high school kids down doing some drill. They were on all fours, spinning in a circle, something that's probably not going to make them better football players, but we needed to kill time. And my position coach, who clearly hadn't heard yet, yells out loud from probably 40 feet away while this kid's down on all fours, "Yeah, this is Sims's favorite drill," thinking he was just making a dig on me. And what happened was pretty shocking to me. My teammates that were up there and heard it all sort of froze for a second. There's 50 guys up on this field, probably 300 high school football players, and everybody just stopped dead in their tracks. And clearly my coach had no idea what was going on. I knew exactly what was going on, and these guys sort of started to converge on him. And I ran up, kind of broke it up. I don't think he had any idea what was going on. And after practice, I went to go talk to him, sort of explain what was going on. And he walked right past me, didn't say a word to me. And I'm thinking, geez. The next morning, we're all in the lobby of a dorm room waiting to go back up to the practice field. And in walks this coach, and again, walks right past me. And he walks up to a table that we were all sitting around and stands up on the table. And he says, "I need everybody's attention." He said, "Yesterday I said something really fucking stupid." He said, "I've spent my career teaching you guys what it means to be teammates, and yesterday you guys had to teach me what it means to be a teammate." And that was it. And that was the end of it. And it was still sort of the defining moment for me. I knew my team would be all right when they had to pull my coaches aside and say, "You better be all right with this because we all are."